R32, now available in Dakin ducted systems. A next-generation refrigerant with a substantially lower impact on the environment. Ensure your next ducted system is a Dakin for pure comfort. Dakin.
Good afternoon. Tomorrow we have some extraordinary forecast temperatures to deal with. The heat wave is set to peak across the weekend as the hot pool of dry desert air gets forced right across the entire region. First up, well, already the Central Coast. Gosford hit 40 degrees by 11:30 this morning. The 40s have been tumbling across the valley. Singleton hitting 45 degrees already this afternoon. Now, throughout tomorrow, it is going to be hotter. We're in for a very hot night as well. And the temperatures are going to hit the mid-40s for a large area stretching from the northwest. Moree again continues its consecutive days above 35 degrees, but it's smashing the records well and truly now. That hot air getting flushed down the valley. Wallsend still has 47 degrees as its expected maximum for tomorrow. Very hot and dry elsewhere. The change pushing through Sunday. Details from 6.
Good show. Looks good, doesn't it?
It does look great.
Yeah,
yep, thank you.
Gav has the weather next.
R32, now available in Dakin ducted systems. A next-generation refrigerant with a substantially lower impact on the environment. Ensure your next ducted system is a Dakin for pure comfort. Dakin.
We're facing extreme weather conditions for the weekend ahead, so with the latest, here's Gav.
Yes, we certainly are, Tash. It's been incredibly hot across the valley today, with Singleton reaching 45 degrees. Records are going to tumble, big ones, I'd say. Rose Ringett's description of this photo was befitting. She said it was a very aggressive sunrise, and that about sums it up. The sun is just a little aggressive at the moment. The rain has been aggressive in the west. Big falls across the southwest land division, which is underwater tonight after the big falls, and they're continuing. Big numbers continue also across northern Western Australia and the tropics, but the hot, dry pool of desert air that has stagnated over the country since late December is going to reach its peak across the region throughout tomorrow. Then things are going to get very windy because we've got a front approaching. It's a decent southerly as well. We certainly need it. We haven't had any significant southerlies for most of the summer period. Most of them have been wavering trough lines that have just delivered warm air out of the south. Very warm, humid air, in fact. So mostly just cloud and very little in the way of shower activity. This next front, even though it's going to be cooler, we're not expecting much in the way of rain either. Showers and storms right throughout the northern tropics and in the west yet again. So it is another showery day for Perth. Adelaide, a little bit cooler, but still hot. The pool of heat lingers over the Alice and is diving in across the capital. And Sydney broke another record today. It has now experienced 10 days at Observatory Hill over 35 degrees, beating the old all-time record of 9, and they'll go to 11, turning it up all the way to 11 throughout tomorrow. Brisbane, 36. It is going to be fine, clear, sunny and hot. There's our temperatures reached throughout today. The low to mid-40s were felt across the valley. Gosford was 40 degrees before 11:30 this morning. Along the beaches, you had the sea breeze, but it didn't penetrate very far inland at all. Taking a look at the humidity around Nobbies, because of the sea breeze, it is up, but it's a far different cry across the valley with extreme low humidity counts, all thanks to that hot, dry desert air. And it'll be there again throughout tomorrow. We have wavering winds along the coastal fringe, but look at the westerlies wanting to dominate by tomorrow evening. That's going to force all of that heat, potentially all the way to the coast, so everyone is going to be feeling the pinch somewhat. There's no chance of rain in this at all. It is going to be very dry across the region. So hot. We may see a little bit of cloud here on the coast with those wavering onshore winds. You've got a little bit of southerly in the morning around to the east, and then the sea breezes in the afternoon, but then that westerly is going to want to fight with that and force it back out to sea. And look at the suburban temperatures here. Low to mid-40s on the way. On the bright side, Wallsend has been dropped to 45, so that 47 is gone. I always thought that was pretty amazing, but look, we've still got 45s and 46s in the forecast throughout tomorrow, so I would expect more records to tumble even with that forecast. So no matter what, it's hot. Looking at seas and swell, not bad here. Look, boating is shaping up nicely across the weekend thanks to these light wavering waters. You've got a big tide, 1.95 at 9:30 tomorrow morning, so the low there at 4, sun's up 6:24, down at 7:49. I'd say do the Spaniard over the weekend. Sleep and hide from the heat during the day and then come out at night, enjoy the full moon and the cooler temperatures. temperatures, but it's still going to be very warm. Boating, hot, even on the water. I'd rather be in it. Great for boating if you can handle it. Lots of sun protection. Keep up the fluids. That is water, of course. And looking at these temperatures, it is going to linger into Sunday, but then the change comes through. Winds will really pick up speed in the morning, and then the change will come through during the afternoon. But by then, we would have enjoyed a very hot weekend, very hot nighttime temperatures, and the mid-40s right across the valley. Total fire band is in place for the entire state. In fact, Gosford, again, you've got another 40-degree scorcher on the way throughout tomorrow. So it is not a pretty picture across the region. Take care. Out in the surf, we've had a good swell starting to abate now, but some beautiful morning waves on offer. You'll have the little southerly will be fluttering in all over the shop during tomorrow. So a little bit of southerly, a little bit of easterly around the east-northeast. And as I said, I won't be surprised if we have these westerly winds wanting to push that heat all the way down to the beaches as well. Very gusty winds on Sunday. That's going to ease the situation. The water temperature's been amazing in still around that 21, 22 mark. So beautiful, comfortable conditions for beachgoers. Hard to find a park at the moment. It's not much fun down there at all. Make sure you've got the thongs. You will not make it barefoot if you have to do the car park dance to get to the sand, and then it's still going to be blistering hot across the sand into the water to find a little bit of relief. So good luck. Look after the elderly and your pets. It is going to be a tough weekend. So some extreme temperatures on the way across the region over the next couple of days. Take care.
Do the Spaniard.
Thank you, Gav. That is the latest news.
Try and stay cool this weekend.
Good night.
Good night.